Jason, and today we are doing the first video of my channel. Now, before I start, the topic that I want to speak on, I want to say that, I'm really happy that I'm doing my first video here, just talking to you guys, introducing myself, so you guys get to know me. And I really want to record this video to give words of encouragement to people out there. Mind you, I'm 22 years old, working a regular job, and really trying to make something of myself. And, I had this camera now for about a while now, and I still haven't posted a video. And I say to myself, why? You know, why am I not posting a video when I, spend a lot of money on this camera? Why am I not posting a video when I spend money on the mic that I have? And I have a MacBook and everything to make a video, but I haven't made a video. I've been telling myself that, and it got to a point where I got really frustrated with myself, my situation, the man that, you know, I want to be, the man I say I want to be, but I'm not putting in the work that I know I should be putting towards to be what I say I'm going to be. I'm not being a man of my word and not following through with my purpose and what I want to do. And I turn on the camera to finally break the ice and post my video, but also to hold myself accountable and to really expose myself to the world in a way that, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's ugly, whatever, that I'm going to embrace it and I'm going to post it, not just for myself, but for people out there that could be older, younger, mainly towards the younger age, around my age, but it could be for older folks too, people who really connect with what I'm saying. And I really want to connect to the people and really spread positive love and energy. So, welcome to the first video of the channel. Today, I want to talk about the topic. You know, Post that video and don't think, don't dream, don't wish, don't want, but do. That's what I want to talk about. And, you know, I really want to get into this because I believe that as people, and this includes myself, that we limit ourselves in what we can and can't do. We think because we see all these people out here successful and they're making millions of dollars and, they have a platform and they're successful, that somehow we can't do that. We can't do what they do. And the reason why I say that is because I had this type of mindset. I was always limiting myself. And I always had this thing where I always start something and I will always quit. And I'm pretty sure there's people out there just like that, where you'll start something, you'll have this fire, you'll have this energy, you'll have this, passion to want to change your life, but then all of a sudden things start to get hard and you just quit. It's happened a lot throughout my life, and I'm kind of happy that it's happening early, especially when I'm 22, because it's lessons that you learn from it, lessons about the situation, yourself, and people. And realistically, I just want you guys to tell you guys, like, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with thinking like that. I think, like, that's a natural thing that we do. Like, we try to compare ourselves to other people, we try to idolize other people, which in my opinion, the only person we should be idolizing is God. But, we also, as humans, we tend to idolize people we look up to. And I know, especially me, me growing up, not really having a lot of great role models, not saying that the people I care about didn't love, but, it was hard for me to look up to people, growing up. So I had to look towards sports figures and, entertainers and influencers and all this stuff. So it was really, tough for me to have guidance and somebody to watch over me and guide me. So whenever, I failed, like, I always just subconsciously just put these limitations in my head, like, what, like, I can't do what Kai Cenat can do. I can't do what Andrew Tate can do. I can't do what Tristan Tate can do, or, what LeBron James or Tyler Perry or The Rock, for example. Like, we put these limiting things in our brain, and then we start to become that, you know. And the reason why I say that is because it's happened to me. I know based off experience. And it's gotten to a point where I'm so fed up with my situation. I'm so fed up with being broke. I'm so fed up with not being a man with purpose that these things don't matter to me anymore. I believe that I can do what I put my work hard, if I believe in myself, if I have a dream, if I continue to show up every single day and no days off, no breaks, that sooner or later God's gonna see that, or the universe, whatever you believe in, is gonna see the amount of work that you're putting in, and then one day you're just gonna be blessed. And I really want to connect with the people. I really want to connect to you guys and tell you it's okay. It's okay that if you're feeling down. It's okay if you're feeling quote unquote depressed, or it's okay if you're feeling sad. But the point is not to stay there. The point is to get up, work hard, continuing being better, and always showing up for yourself no matter what. Because one day God's gonna bless you. One day the universe is gonna bless you. One day you're gonna be somebody in your family. You're gonna be that guy or that girl that's gonna change the dynamic of your whole family. I don't come from a wealthy family. I don't. I come from a middle, low class family. My family worked really hard to get us out of the streets, and move us to a different location. Not saying I grew up in that environment, but I grew up, really good because my parents worked really hard. So I owe a lot to my lineage, my family, my bloodline, and to my future family. And I want to tell all you people out there, post that video, post that TikTok, post that Instagram reel, post that Twitter or X or whatever. Post it, and don't care what people think. I got to a point where, like, I always, I like it's over quick now, but like I subconsciously always, cared about the opinions of others, and like how would people think about if I post this video? How are they gonna judge me? What are they gonna say? Are they gonna like the video? Are they gonna like the content? But I think when it comes to following your passion and your dreams, it should be for you and not for the people at first. Because I do care about my content and I want to promote positivity and I want to promote growth. But it has to first start with you. You have to believe in yourself first for other people to believe in you. You have to be able to put in the work, show up for yourself, and then start connecting with other people and start, telling them to follow their goals and dreams. You just gotta work hard for it. So that's what I want to say to you guys: is keep your head up. In the midst of the battle, I like what Denzel said. In times of peace, prepare for war. You know, always always work hard. Always be, be an example. Always be a leader. Always show up for yourselves, even if you don't feel like it. Always show up because that's gonna, build your mental. That's gonna make you stronger. That's just gonna make you the better man or the better woman. 5, 10 years to come. When you look back on it, you're gonna be like, oh, like I changed, and you won't even become a recognizable person. So just to cap off the video, you know, post that video, do what you say you're gonna do. Don't think about it. Don't hesitate. Just take action and just do. And see where it goes. See where it leads you. This channel is gonna be about positivity. This channel is gonna be about growth. There's gonna be entertaining stuff in here. Let me get a little sip. No sponsor. But you know, we're here to help each other grow. I'm making this channel to hold myself accountable. I'm making this channel to become somebody. But I'm also here to connect with the people, to connect with the youth. 10 years down the line, when I'm 32 years old, I'm still gonna keep making these videos. I'm still gonna be a guy who's gonna influence the younger generation to be the best selves that they can be. It starts here. It starts now. Here we go. So expect videos once every week. I don't really have a schedule yet. This is actually like the perfect time to, like I said, just the title. I'm just doing, just doing and seeing where it leads me. But I do plan on, posting one video every week. I feel like that's doable. Now, if, what I'm saying, like, if I have momentum, it'll lead to 2 videos a week or 3 videos a week. And it's going to be, I want to say daily vlogs because, I still want to have a life beyond the camera. I still want to have,